Welcome back.
Ow.
Oh, are you hot?
Something is hot. What number am I?
I don't know. Mom was here.
There, okay, I'm number one.
We got it.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
We got a special guest with us today.
Brant,
Mr.
Peacher.
Brant Peacher. How you doing today, Brant?
No?
All right, cool.
Yeah, I don't want to talk.
Whatever. Just sit there and be quiet. Typical Brant.
Yeah, Brant doesn't have a whole lot to say.
I know. It's looking a little orange. You get a spray tan?
Looking like Trump.
Yeah. Oh, if you are...
I'm actually taller than Brant today.
yeah, he's definitely short today. If you're listening and not watching, you may have to hop over to YouTube to see Brant.
Yeah, Brant is not really looking like himself today.
Yeah, that's all right.
You know, time change and everything just kind of gets you off a little bit.
He is getting old. I mean, he's about to be 39, I think. So.
I think so.
Right, Brant? Are you going to be 39?
39? No? Okay.
Whatever you say. Oh,
so
man.
we've got this mannequin here, a cables mannequin that's filling in for Brant right now. Brant's on his way.
Yeah.
He will be here, but we were like, you know what? We can just get started.
Yeah.
Because that's how we do things around here.
Yeah, last night he was like, the wind's going to be terrible. There's no way I'm fishing. We're like, all right, well, let's just meet up and do a podcast. I was like, all right. So I texted this morning. I was like 11 o'clock at the warehouse, and he was like, I'm out fishing.
Yeah, I know.
Like, okay.
Couldn't resist. I'm chasing those Bonita, man.
That's right.
They've been hot and heavy.
I might have to run over there tomorrow.
They should be around. I mean, they've been
We
around.
got a north wind tomorrow too.
Yeah.
I've still never caught one from the beach.
Well,
So
tomorrow could be your day.
yeah, might have to do that.
They've been going nuts. They're a lot of fun. I mean, and it's fun chasing them and trying to keep up with them, and then when you hook them, every time you hook one, or at least for me, there's like a split second where it's like, oh man, what is this? You know, because they just kind of have like this little burst of strength and energy. You're like, did I hook like a?
Is that a tuna?
Yeah. Like I mean, you're going, oh my goodness, but then it kind of settles down. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a Bonita, but they're strong.
Yeah,
fast.
There was when I was doing the shark fishing trip with Dylan and them. There was a bunch of Bonita in close, and I chased them all up and down the beach, and they just never would eat.
Yeah,
I did have the spoon I had was probably a little too big.
Too big. Yeah.
That's the only thing I had with me.
They can be finicky for sure. You got to go smaller profile. And here recently, they've been so freaking close. You don't have to have anything heavy.
We have some of the mini ES lures, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know if we have any in the store, but I mean, I've got some.
I thought we had some.
We might.
When we were packing orders the other day, I thought I saw some.
You see some
might have to take a couple.
But the 1.5 ounce that we have, I mean, that one's fine. I mean, that's what I've been throwing.
Yeah.
For them. They've been hitting that.
Yeah, I may run out there in the morning.
I think that's what Brant's been throwing too. No, it's a lot of fun, and they're really hard to keep up with. Like that's the thing; they move so fast, and like even if you got like a huge school of them and you throw at them, by the time your lure hits the water, they're like already over here.
Yeah, that's how it was that day. I was throwing at them. Like I'd hit, and then they'd pop up somewhere else. I'm like trying to reel it as fast as I can, and then and
it's not like you can lead them, you know, because you're like, okay, they're going this way. You throw, and they're like, you know, they change direction.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, there's no real good technique to catching them, but they are fun. They're cool to catch from the beach. I've eaten them 3 times. I've given them a shot 3 times. The last time I had it was the best. We went offshore.
That was when we took the kayaks, yeah.
Yep, and I bled them best I could, kept them on ice, everything. Which I'm going to do that anyway. What do you do, Brant? Oh,
cat got your tongue.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought you wanted to chime in there for a second.
He usually does.
Yeah.
He's not usually this quiet.
Going to go in on. You don't have any preference on Bonita?
No opinion.
Okay. Well, I've tried it 3 times. Last time wasn't terrible, but still just not quite it.
Yeah.
So I've pretty much nixed them off my list. But there's so many people that are like, oh, Bonita's good, and yeah, I mean, I could deal with it, but like compared to tuna, it's really not even close.
Right. And I cooked it the same day after we took the kayaks out, and we did some sushi rolls, and I think we seared some, and we just ate it raw, and it was fine. I mean, in a sushi roll, I don't know that I really noticed a huge difference.
Yeah,
but eating it like
sense.
Sashimi, you can definitely tell it leaves the oil on your tongue.
Or if you cook it, like when we cook seared it, that's what we did, and you can tell the difference. Yeah. But I could see where if you put it in a roll.
Yeah, I don't know that you'd really notice that much because I mean it's such a small piece anyways. It's mixed in with other stuff. So
you know what makes phenomenal sushi?
What's that?
rolls? Spanish.
Yeah, I've heard you say that before. I've never done it. I've never had it raw. Other than I had that cup of something or another in Tampa that Ryan made.
Carpaccio.
Carpaccio,
So,
yeah.
How you say that?
That was really good.
Dude, that was amazing.
Yeah.
That was so good. I need to recreate that recipe. I need to go back to that video and get the directions on that.
We need to have Ryan and Victor here and have them just cook for us.
Yeah, that would be exceptional. I wanted him to come, when that snook that we kept from the mullet run.
Yeah.
I wanted him to come over and cook it, but that didn't happen.
No.
Because I suck
maybe
at
this
cooking.
year.
I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, we need to go back down there. I want to go back down there after iCast. I don't know if you have plans to go back.
Yeah. We're
I'd like to go back
that.
down there. Maybe we can.
Yeah, I've never been to iCast. I think we'll probably go this year.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I've been talking to Nikki a little bit on email and told her that I think it would be worth us all going.
Nikki is our El Presidente.
El Presidente.
A Beach Bum Outdoors.
Yes.
.com.
The HBINC.
That's right. Can we put that in there? Do I need to edit that out?
I don't think so. I think it's fine.
Okay, all right.
Right.
What's the abbreviation for?
Head B
okay.
in charge.
Okay. I didn't know if there was
HBI.
I didn't know if there was,
HBIC.
I didn't know if there was any other.
No, I took out that one to replace it with a B.
Okay, all right. That works.
You probably know what we're talking about. But
Yeah. Nah, man. Yeah, she keeps us in check.
yeah, she's awesome.
Which we need because we're freaking all over the place.
I know.
We're such idiots. And this is what's funny to me, which, hopefully, I don't know if we've mentioned this in a podcast, the grand opening.
I don't think so. I was thinking about that this morning. I don't think we have talked about it.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with what we have talked about in podcasts. I just posted one yesterday, by the way, which I got to put on Buzzsprout, which I'll do that this afternoon. But grand opening, April 28th, 29th, and 30th.
Yep.
Hopefully,
Excited.
You will be there. But what I'm most excited about and what we... Yeah,
nope.
hey, no, we got...
You're here.
Yeah, we got to fill in for you, Brant. Yeah.
Hey, if you can't get here on time, just get here when you can, all right?
You haven't been real talkative this morning, Brant.
Well, I was chasing fish down the beach.
Yeah.
You told us last night we weren't fishing today.
Well, I wasn't, okay? And I didn't fish till 8 o'clock. I got up, I was drinking coffee, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ride down the beach road.
Just drop Brant.
Just out of
Brant
Don't hurt him.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna ride down the beach road just out of boredom and see. And pulled onto the beach, and there's a giant school of fish.
How many did you
blowing up.
catch?
I caught 5.
Okay.
But I did stay out there. They were a little bit tough to get them to bite.
Yeah.
But there was enough there that it was like I wasn't gonna pass it up.
I don't blame you. We were talking about that. Had catch Bonita from the beach and how freaking fun it is.
Oh, yeah.
I've never caught one from the beach.
Oh, you haven't?
Mm-mm.
No.
What were you throwing? Were you throwing the ES or
ES,
something else?
ESP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They're hard to keep up with. Were they were you having to chase them, or were they pretty much staying in one
So
spot?
at the end, I knew I had to get here, and so I left. But at the end, they were starting to really get right, where they were in a giant school in one spot,
just hanging.
But I'd already caught 5. I was like, I gotta go. But for the first hour, I was chasing them up and down the beach.
See, that's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they're over here. You
I know.
sprint off.
I don't have to go to the gym today.
That's right. I
That's
know.
work
You
out.
get your sprints in.
Heck yeah.
But what I'm most excited about is we were talking right before you walked up about how we pretty much just look like idiots the whole time, putting this store together and what we've documented. But what I'm most excited about is when people do actually come to the grand opening and walk in our store, I think they're going to be like, oh.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a little bit blown away.
Yeah.
This actually happened.
Like a lot of people still just think it's the 3 of us putting this together, and then they walk in, they're like, "It's definitely not." The 3 of them.
I don't think these guys had anything to do with this store coming together. Yeah, we have an incredible team. We've got people that have really taken charge, and fortunately, our responsibility is to continue to make content and do this. So we have people that know what they're doing and are really putting this together. So.
Well, as we've said since day one, because we got a lot of comments. I know I did. Oh, y'all, you don't understand. You're not going to get to create content anymore.
Yeah.
Well, the reason we did this, we wouldn't have done this if we didn't feel that it was going to actually open more content doors for us.
Right.
So that was You know, we have.
Yes.
We've been able to create a lot of cool content over the winter,
Yes.
which normally we don't do.
I mean, great point. You know, even though winter still is like for our niche, it's still really hard. It's hard to get views. It's hard to get content. But like you were right, man. Like we were able to do some creative stuff that we otherwise would not have been able to.
Yeah, I mean, we made a video of killing mice in the warehouse.
Well, just even the fishing too. Like, I know Brad has put out some of the best content that he's ever put out on his channel this winter.
Some of these videos have been really incredible.
And I kind of feel like that way. Like I was looking at my videos this winter versus videos last winter. This winter they blew them away.
Yeah,
it wasn't even no comparison.
Right. Absolutely. Although YouTube still likes to hinder us a little bit and throw us some 10 out of 10s.
The algorithm makes 0 sense right now.
Yeah.
0. There's so much.
Frustrating.
I think it's got to be because of the shorts and like it's just so out of whack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Because you can get a good video, but it's like why did this one go?
Yeah.
Then this one not. When the analytics are equal.
Right.
Sure.
That
Like,
makes sense.
It makes 0
Because
sense.
like yours, they literally told you the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
you had a 10 out of 10, and they're like, your regular viewers are watching this, but it's not
the click-through rate's great.
appealing to other people.
Yeah, you're like, how do you even know?
And then you posted a 1 out of 10. They're like, your regular viewers love it.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
appealing to more people.
And, it's
You're
the,
like,
and it was
"What?"
the same dang click-through rate.
Yeah.
Like when it gave me after 3 hours, it was 12.5 and 12.5. The exact same. I was like, what the crap? Like, why? And the watch time was even less.
This is how weird YouTube is you could go to the beach with a spoon like you made last video, and you could catch yellowfin tuna from the beach casting a spoon, and there's a good possibility that video is going to do worse than if you were to go to the beach and catch bluefish or bonita.
Yeah,
right now,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Because
Yeah,
that's
it's
how
just-
jacked up it is, and it has everything to do with YouTube promoting that video.
Yeah.
And because our loyal audience, you guys we love, they watch everything we post.
Right.
So it does. We get the normal views from our loyal audience. The rest is up to YouTube promoting it.
Right.
It's crazy that much of that part of our business is in YouTube's hands.
Yeah.
That's
We're
scary.
trying to pull it out of their hands. So
Yeah.
we're working on that. We got a lot going on, which we talked about the grand opening, but something else we need to mention is we're hiring,
Yes.
and we need a lot of help because we've got a warehouse, which we're sitting in today, that's going to be like our shipping and, of course, dealing with all the inventory and merchandise. And then, of course, we've got the retail location. And who the heck else knows what all we're going to need. So we're having a job fair.
And this is also going to be a retail location, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we have
Yep.
technically we'll have two retail
Yes.
locations.
Yeah, you are right. And so we need a lot of help. And of course, we're probably gonna need like office people too, to like handle that kind of stuff. So we need a lot of help. We're doing a job fair. Is that what that's called? You call it a job fair?
That's what it says on our little.
I've been kind of out of that world
Link.
for a really long time. Like I've never experienced that. So we're doing a job fair. What's the date on that? Do you remember?
March 21st.
March 21st. So I'll post a link in the show notes on
I mean, that's next Monday.
whatever.
Or next Tuesday.
Well, I can post this one next.
You gonna have this up?
I can post it next because I don't think I have to post the other one before this. I don't think.
No. I'm saying it's like 8 days from right now.
Yeah.
So
I'll try to get it out in the next couple of days. We'll see what happens. As long as we don't have to edit anything out, if we can just roll in this one, then
Yeah.
it'll be really easy.
all right. Well, so far we're good.
We're knocking it out. But yeah, March 21st, which is gonna be like a group thing.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how it's gonna turn out.
What?
Honestly,
What?
the filming portion of the job.
just the whole thing.
Nah, I think it'll be fine.
We are gonna try to film it. though.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun. Like it all depends on if they're willing to participate or
Yeah.
not. Which I think.
What are you smirking about? I feel like they got like a booger on my nose or something.
No, I just think it's gonna be funny, like the three of us,
Oh.
and I guess Nikki, like interviewing people. I don't know what to ask them.
yeah. So supposedly we're gonna have like a panel or something.
Yeah.
And we're gonna film this.
And then we're gonna be judging y'all when you leave. It's gonna be
Kinda like American Idol.
Yeah, it's gonna be just like American Idol.
It sounds kind of fun. So if you want to come, at least witness it.
Like, that's
Just go-
stupid idiot. We're not hiring
Yeah.
him.
Well, I don't think we can say that. I think that's like against some laws
Probably
or
some
something.
HR policies that we have to follow.
Fortunately, we got Nikki to keep us in check on
I know,
that.
right?
You know, she should be able to Keep us in line.
We'll have to let a lawyer watch the video before we post it.
Should be fun. But yeah, we need your help. So if you've ever wanted to get into the outdoor industry or retail, here's your opportunity.
Yeah.
We'll give you a shot.
It's definitely going to be the most fun retail place to work in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the goal.
Yeah.
It's definitely different. I mean, we're gonna have a freaking podcast booth in there. Like, that's crazy for a tackle store.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to make it more of an experience.
Yeah.
And it will be.
You're going to have to kind of be okay with being on camera because we're going to be filming a lot of videos in there. And
Yeah, you're gonna have to sign something saying you're okay with that, and be so as long that's one hurdle that you'll have to jump over. But it should be fun. Like it'll be a fun thing. You'll be famous. Well, somewhat.
Yeah.
We'll try to make you famous if you ever want to be
locally.
Small F.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But it'll be cool. And already the retail location, like with the kids area, which they're calling it like the baby bums. Is that what they're calling it in there?
Well, so we were talking about that the other day, and because me and Courtney stopped by, and Chris and Trudy were there, and Courtney and Trudy were talking about it, and they were talking about the baby bum. But then Chris was like, I don't know, we might do it something else because I guess it's not gonna be just for babies, and so if there's like younger kids that have stuff in there that they're like, I'm not a baby,
Right.
So I was saying maybe like little bums.
Little bit. Oh, okay.
Bums.
Okay.
But I don't know. Nothing's official.
That's more
Because
universal.
baby bum sounds like it's just baby stuff, but it's not going to be just.
That's
baby
true.
Stuff.
That makes sense. But that area, their concept for it looks really
Yes.
cool. It's not done yet, but like that looks really cool. The podcast booth is gonna be really cool. The design in there is just really cool. Like the vibe. It gives me the feel like we go to Disney quite regularly, and it gives me the feel of walking in a retail location in Disney.
Yeah.
Like that same kind of vibe.
Just everything's
it's
professionally
Disney's
done.
an experience. That's what we want this to be.
Exactly. Not that we're trying to be Disney, but like that vibe.
Yeah.
The experience.
Heck yes.
Catch the experience, which is like our slogan.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Motto.
One of them. Something.
Motto, slogan.
Something.
I don't know. Catch the experience. We got to put it on a shirt.
Yeah.
We do.
We definitely did. I know. I was sent a message, I think in the group message a while back, but obviously once we got a lot of stuff to get up and running and do, but what was that noise?
Somebody revving it up. Torque it, man.
Hot rod. But we need to do like a non-profit called Catch the Experience and like have people down and
that'd be a good idea.
Take people fishing that maybe otherwise wouldn't be able to, or
right.
different things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, fortunately, fishing's been pretty good here recently.
Finally, man.
I mean, like there was a period of time where we were on average about 1 out of every 4 or 5 trips actually getting a video.
Right.
Whereas now we're pretty much batting 1,000.
Yeah.
Like for over the last 10 or so.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
It's been awesome.
Which is just like, it's like a switch flip.
The water temperature changed just a little bit. The bait came in, and it's been good.
Did you see any Spanish this morning?
No, I didn't. But I did catch some 2 days ago, and so I went back to that same area
from the beach.
From the beach,
really? Okay.
Yeah. And so I went back to that same area, and it was all Bonita today, which are still fun.
You said I remember you saying in the text group you caught some Spanish. Did you? But you said you didn't get enough for a video that day.
No.
Are you gonna add it in with the Bonita? Yeah.
That'd be cool. Any size to them?
Keepers.
Okay.
Not bad.
All right.
Did you make some sushi with them?
No, I didn't keep it.
No.
I would have. I'd planned on doing a Spanish catch and cook because usually when you run into a school of Spanish, you can catch a half dozen pretty easily.
Sure.
Right.
And that wasn't the case. And so I caught one on the second cast, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be good."
Right.
Solid. And then it took me an hour later to get my next bite, and then I never got another bite after that. So it's pretty.
I haven't caught any bluefish in a long time.
I haven't either.
I like bluefish, man. They fight.
That was something like I think it was last winter. That was like something you could it was guaranteed. Like if you need a video, go to the jetty. You'll catch some bluefish. But
has it not been like that this year?
I haven't. I mean,
I didn't spend a ton of time, but
I went there was one day me and you were there, and we're like, let's go, and we because if you don't get one like the first cast, pretty much, they're not there. So, but we spent like 5 minutes throwing nothing. So it's like, they're not there.
Yeah, and I went to the other jetty once too, and didn't get anything.
Yeah.
Well, it's been good. I can't complain. Like we have been able to. I don't think people understand. They're probably going to get when I post my video tomorrow. They're probably going to get tired of seeing Bonita videos from the beach.
Probably not.
But we spent years never seeing a Bonita on the beach.
I know this is kind of weird. Like
And I was saying that in my video today. I was like, guys, I apologize for making another Bonita video from the beach, but I went 3 years of solid YouTube fishing and never saw a Bonita on the beach.
Yeah,
you didn't either. You didn't catch your first one until like
I was in Outer Banks,
2021.
Yeah, like I had to go out of the freaking state to make it happen.
Yeah.
And now it has been an every morning thing that we go beach fishing. We're seeing Bonitas in the surf.
I mean, you had it was a while back. You were at Fort Morgan.
That was a fluke,
but because that doesn't happen.
So I'll tell you this: there was giant schools of Bonita coming down the beach that day at Fort Morgan.
This was a few years ago.
Yeah, and it was the first time I had ever seen them on the beach. And until I caught one, I didn't think they were Bonita. I was like, oh, that's got to be blues and jacks and stuff like that. And so I kept calling them like bluefish and jacks. I'm like, I don't know why they're not biting. I don't know why they're not biting.
Yeah.
And finally, I sped up my retrieve one time and I hooked one. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. And so it was such a surprise. And and now it's like an everyday thing. It's weird.
Yeah, you gotta go, Brad.
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't caught one from the beach.
Yeah. It's fun.
It is pretty fun.
So you've posted. This will be your second. You've posted once. And I'll be the fifth Bonita from the beach video.
Yeah,
just put a twist on it somehow.
This will be the new Lake Shelby Pier.
yeah. But I mean, it's hard not to resist. I mean,
Right.
especially coming out of winter, and it's like, oh, fish. It's just so exciting.
And it was cold this morning.
Oh,
it was when I pulled up. I was driving down the beach and I saw a bird just going crazy. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's fish!" Like I wasn't really even planning on fishing, but I'm like, I got to stop.
Right.
And so I pulled into this one parking lot, and as soon as I did, I saw someone blowing up right in the surf. I'm like, "Oh gosh, I got to go."
Yeah, any fisherman.
And I got out of the car and I was like, I can't do this. It was freezing, blowing 25.
Yeah, that's cold.
And freezing, and so I had to go back and put my jacket on and stuff. But it was worth it.
Which sucks because we've had such a mild winter.
I know.
And now it's cold.
It's like the coldest it's been in like a month or more.
Yeah, and it's and we might have more cold weather. Like it could be really cold in April, and since it's like was so mild throughout the winter, I feel like it's probably going to be cold in April. I bet it's going to like throw everything.
I feel
off.
like that too.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I mean, it may not because it takes a lot to change the water temp. Like it's not like an easy thing to do.
Well, it has been oddly eventful for this time of year. Okay,
it is. Like I agree. It's very strange.
I remember last year I was looking back. The last couple years I was looking back on old videos. We didn't really even start catching pompano good until like 2 weeks from now.
No. Yeah, this is an early run, which I experienced. Like, I told you, like back in 2017, this happened. Like, it started in March, actually mid-February.
Well, that's when we started catching them. This year was February.
Was it?
Yeah.
It had to have been. Had to have been.
Yeah, a lot of pompano videos were made in February. I made one on Brad's channel, and you made one in February.
Did I?
Yeah,
probably.
You did. You made one when we. I remember mid-February. You were catching smaller ones, so it was kind of unique. And I was watching Kyle for a while. He's back posting.
I saw that, Kyle.
Yeah. So he actually had. He was fishing in the same locations we've been fishing. He was catching pompano, and he was hooked up with something, and a big giant school of bull reds started blowing up on top in front
of
him. And so I'm like,
hey.
Well, that's
did he catch one?
No, because he was hooked up with something else that he thought was a redfish, and it ended up being a stingray. But it was,
gotta love it.
For me, I'm just like, man, the beach has been eventful.
Yeah. For this time of year, especially. No, with the Bonita man, like that is so cool. Did he catch any Bonita in that video?
I can't remember. I know that he was chasing them down the beach, and I didn't watch the rest of it, but he may have.
Yeah, it's not as easy as it may look in the video.
So I got a couple comments, and you guys can like kind of back me up here, but I was talking about in my last Bonita video how you have to reel super fast, almost keep your line out of the water because you don't want them. Like, they're actually smart. If you let that bait sink at all, they kind of turn off of it. Well, people are like, the reason you're not catching as many as you could is because you're not jigging the bait and letting it sink. And I'm like, guys, that if you do that, you are not going to catch any bonita.
No,
I can assure you.
not.
No, you just got to burn.
The faster,
that
the
thing.
better.
Oh gosh, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, you can see me reeling. I mean, it's like, I mean, it's basically as fast as I can.
Yeah, and
it's so fast.
And you want that. You want your line out of the water because if it sinks, they're very smart fish. Even though there's tons of them.
Right.
And it is tough to catch them.
They're like really some of them and jacks. Jacks can be super picky eaters. I mean, we've been on the freaking pier, and you're throwing good looking stuff at them, and they're like, no, like it's really weird.
Yeah,
but
it'll drive you crazy.
Bonita can be the same way. Like if you don't have the right profile to match kind of what they're keyed in on, color I don't think matters much, but like if you don't have the right profile, they're not.
Well, it's also a day-to-day thing. So, like Brad was on the beach a week or two ago when you caught the shark, and there were tons of bonitas on the beach, and they wouldn't eat anything.
Yeah.
That's what we talked about a little bit before you got here. That time, I did only have a big spoon on,
which that could have been it.
Could have been
just too big profile.
Yeah.
Well, when I caught the Spanish, I was going to make a video because I was going to add some bonita in with them, and there were tons of bonita on the beach, and I never got one to bite.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like, I think it's just a
That'll be my luck. I'll drive over there tomorrow, and I won't get it.
They're going to be there, and they've been so fired up. I think you'll get them, dude.
Yeah, I do. I do too.
You definitely need to give it a shot.
Yeah, I guess I will.
But I can't wait for these freaking jacks to show up. Like,
I know.
I'm getting antsy about it.
Who was I talking to? Somebody said that they saw some off the pier the other day.
Yeah, I saw that too. But like this time of year, good luck getting them to eat.
Yeah,
they're almost impossible.
I have already had a pretty good jack morning this year. I don't know if you saw it. Okay?
Oh, from your kayak?
The most shocking.
You caught jacks?
It was when you were at Disney. Okay.
Have you posted the video?
Yeah. So let me tell you.
What video was it?
Dude, my kayak video. I caught
like big jacks.
11 jacks.
What?
Now a lot of them were like fun size, like your fun size jacks. But then I caught some nice ones too. It was.
I need to pull this up so I can watch it.
Yeah. So
my service.
Well,
sucks.
so it was surprising.
Get on the internet.
I thought that.
Yeah, we have internet.
Yeah, we do have Wi-Fi.
So which?
It was this one right here.
That one? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's been a couple weeks ago. Then.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, and they were in a feeding frenzy.
Yeah.
As fast as I could catch them, and there were some big ones there. It was really hard to get them, the big ones, or to keep it away from like the small to mediums. Yeah. But they were still fun. Light tackle out of the kayak, and I did end up catching some like 10-pounders. That's not a bad jack.
That's a good
catching
jack.
Your kayak.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
And so, a lot of fun. Now that was surprising to say.
Are they
the
still
least.
around? Do you think?
Yeah. So
we don't see very many 10-pounders around here.
Yeah, no.
So somebody else made a video there the other day after my video, and they were still kind of blowing up, and they hooked a couple and didn't catch it.
Gotcha. So they should be around then. But might have to go give it a shot.
Yeah.
All right.
Was that this time of the year last year when we went out there?
So me and Brad, and I asked Brad to go with me that morning, and he went with me last year, and we tried the jack thing, and there were huge jacks everywhere, and we could not get them to bite. And so I was like, well, I got to go try it. Same time, same conditions, everything. Go out there, and it was just a feeding frenzy, a blitz, man. It was wild.
They still are so overlooked. I think people. I think we've made enough videos that like a lot of people are excited about jacks now. Probably more than there used to be.
Right.
Because I mean, it's really like a world class fish, in my opinion. Like it's like you go catch GTs or rooster fish. Or, I mean, it's like in that same class, and we have them right here.
It's all marketing, and so it's really like if you start marketing a specific fish, the general public gets excited about it. Or if you start bad mouthing a specific fish, oh, that's a trash fish, we don't want it. So for the longest time, redfish was a trash fish. And
triggerfish.
Triggerfish was a trash fish. Cobia used to be a trash fish, and then all of a sudden, somebody starts marketing it, somebody creates a dish that tastes good, and boom, now you've got some prize game fish. It's just, it's so weird how that works. And that's why I don't really discriminate against any fish that I'm out there catching. If I'm
hard-headed catfish.
Okay.
I think we can all agree.
I don't think we'll ever find a market for those, but most fish, like a Jack Crevalle, I'm never going to get upset about catching.
No, I mean, I always tell people that's my favorite fish. I mean, they just, because I don't fish. We eat fish, and we eat it about once a week, maybe twice a week, depending. But and I love it. But like, I don't fish because I'm trying to catch food. Like, I just love fishing. You know, I just want to catch something that fights hard and that's aggressive. And a Jack gives you every bit of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's such. Just same with the Bonita.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean, it's like same exact thing this morning. I
was telling Brad, every time I hooked one of these Bonita from the beach, there's like a split second where I'm like, oh dang, what a hook, you know, because like they just like dry for a second. You're like, oh my goodness, and then you're like, oh, okay, but like they got some freaking power.
I will say, for beach Bonita, I've used a bunch of different lures, and I think that ES, the way it's shaped, I think they eat that better than any other lure I've thrown on the beach.
It's so I started using I need to tell this story, okay? Because we've promoted this ES lure, and I maybe have told you, but so the first experience I had with ES lure was in the Outer Banks, and what's super popular up there, like the big name brand, is Sting Silvers, which that's what the ES lure is modeled after. And that's what, like, if you go to the Outer Banks, that's all nobody throws spoons, nobody throws any, like, it's all Sting Silvers, which is the ES lure basically.
Yeah.
And they're evidently expensive. I didn't use those. And this guy, Bob Anderson, and his son are the ones that own ES lures, and they got tired of paying the price for these Sting Silvers, and so they were like, we can make this a heck of a lot cheaper for people.
Yeah.
It's not that complicated. So the name of the company is ES because it stands for eat. Where's the bleep?
Right there.
Where?
Oh.
No. Right there.
Yeah.
Okay. It stands for eat because he's saying eat. I can make it cheaper.
Got it.
That's awesome.
So that's what the ES stands for in ES lures. But while I was up there, like, that's all I threw that week, and I had one lure the whole time. I never lost it. It was a white lure, the white epoxy or whatever, and I caught a crap load of Spanish, a crap load of bluefish, a couple of Bonita. We had one day where we had Bonita, and I was able to throw the same lure, and like it had a few scratches, but no paint was missing. I was like, this is an amazing freaking lure. The hooks were not bent. Like, we caught some decent sized bluefish. I was like, this is incredible. And I was like, that's what
I've now
so
caught, I think, 13 Bonita on this lure, and I still have yet to retie it, still tie it on from from my last two trips, and the Spanish. So
that's and you probably haven't had to replace the hooks.
No,
like that's what I'm saying. Like the quality that he uses in the gear, because like I've thrown the Clark spoons, the Williamson jigs, the Gotcha. Plug, which we sell all this, which it works. I've thrown it for years, but seriously, any of those after 2 or 3 fish, paint's gone.
Oh yeah,
paint's gone. Hooks are broken.
Hooks
which is they're still functional lures, but like these ES lures just like check every
quality.
box. Yeah, like it's a really great
at a affordable price. I mean, they're not crazy expensive at all.
No, they're not.
No, I totally agree. The only ones that I've found that compare the custom-made spoons that they make for blackfin tuna on Navarre Beach Pier.
Right. Yeah.
That's it.
Which
but
that's
those
gonna be
are
quality.
Those are you can't really mass produce them, and they're amazing.
Have you ever had Bonita? Like ate it?
So eating a Bonita, I give eating a Bonita credit to my YouTube channel taking off.
Yeah.
So when it was 2017, and I was, I was really into the YouTube thing, had no direction, didn't know where I was going to go with my channel. I just knew, I was still a fishing guide then. So I just knew that, hey, these videos are fun to make. It was kind of at that point, my hobby that I enjoyed doing, like to make fishing fun again. Because being a fishing guide is not that fun.
Right. No.
Understandable.
And so I remember I was in Pensacola Bay one day, and there was tarpon everywhere. And I was like, man, if I could get one of these tarpon, that'd be a cool video. And I couldn't get the tarpon to eat. Then all of a sudden, these Bonita popped up in Pensacola Bay, which Bonita get in Pensacola Bay all the time. It's pretty common. And I started catching Bonita, and I was like, you know what? It just dawned on me. I'm like, I'm going to take Bonita home and eat it. Now, up to this point on YouTube, I'd never created a video that had gotten more than 2,000 views. And so I was still very new to the YouTube scene. And I took the Bonita home, made a really bad video of me cooking and eating this Bonita.
How'd you cook it?
I think I just kind of flash seared it on a skillet real
Kinda like a
quick,
piece of
kind of
tuna.
like a piece of tuna.
Yeah.
And I ate it, and it wasn't bad, okay? And so I guess I accidentally thumbnailed this video right, too, because I had no idea about thumbnails and titles or anything like that. But I think YouTube back then would select the thumbnail for you, and
well, they still do it now. You could do it now,
but I think that's the
that was your option.
The option,
yeah,
back then.
that was
and
it.
So the selected thumbnail actually was really good. It was like the Bonita laying on an ice chest with a knife over it, and the title was like, "Can you eat Bonita?" Let's see. And I woke up the next morning, and there it is.
I was trying to find it.
That's
right
it.
there.
That's it right there.
Can you
6
eat Bonita?
years
Let's
ago,
give it a
174,000
Okay.
views. And so I woke up the next morning, and this video had like 10,000 views. And I was like, oh, my goodness. And I'd gained probably 1,000 subscribers, because back then it was like way easier to gain
Like,
subscribers.
I've made it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I was like, oh, my goodness. And that video ended up like kind of tapering off then at like 30 or 40,000 views, which I thought was amazing.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I'd take it now.
Yeah. And so I gained 2,000 or 3,000 subs from that video, and that was kind of like the kickoff that my channel needed. And I followed that video up. My very next video was "Can You Eat Remora?" And it ended up being the same thumbnail, the same title, and that video did the same thing. Got 40 or 50,000 views and a bunch of subs, and so that was kind of what kickstarted my channel.
Well, when I was
Very
scrolling
cool.
through that, I saw another video that said something about eating hardhead catfish, and another one with spade fish. So did you just go in like a whole list?
So there
of,
was a
Can you
Well,
eat?
well, Brant was like the catch and cook dude.
yeah, there was
for a while.
It was more of a taste test.
Taste test,
thing.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't really like I'm not a chef. I'm not
Sure.
a deer meat for dinner,
Right,
land
right,
shark,
right,
or
right.
one of those guys. But what I did find it interesting to like see what fish tasted like that everybody considers a trash fish.
Right.
And so I went down the line of like every trash fish I could find, and that really helped my channel out
Yeah.
a lot.
No, I remember those days. That's when I was like hardcore fanboying angler for Brant. back
waiting
in
for
those
you at
days.
the boat
But
ramp.
but just like any YouTube thing that you start doing, like after about my probably 7th or 8th video of me doing that, my channel really getting a good boost. I think I got up to 10,000 subs really quickly. Everybody started making
yeah.
the weird eating fish videos, and so mine, it made it way less valuable. So mine started like I had to go another route basically.
What are you doing back there?
Making a bunch of noise.
Oh my goodness. Nikki's screwing up the podcast.
That's El Presidente.
That's the president.
Yeah, I know. Screwing up our production.
You're
you
good.
see how official we are here.
Oh man.
But yeah, it was.
It is crazy thinking back. I can't remember. I remember my first video. I don't remember what the video was, but I remember like getting 8,000 views on a video, and that was my first video that like popped. Like I think everything else up to then like struggled to maybe get 1,000, but I had this one that hit 8,000 views, and I was like, oh wow. I was like, this is amazing. This is what
Yeah.
YouTube is, man. It's weird thinking back.
So it's funny what that does to you though when you have like a quick success and then it tapers off. And so because everybody started making these videos, and I ran out of species. I mean, how many
Right,
species
right.
are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's like okay, I went through 15 species. I don't have anything else to do. They're not getting as many views, and so I went through like a long period where I kind of struggled to find what I needed to do on YouTube in order to like get back on track.
So
So
at that point in time, there wasn't 15 other YouTubers or 20 other YouTubers
Right.
to see what kind
Well,
of content to
I
make. I
didn't-
mean, you were like the only one
in
in
this
that
area specifically,
Yeah.
and so I didn't know do people want regular fishing videos? Do people want you to be unique fishing, funny fishing?
Right.
Like, which way do I go?
Yeah.
Catching cooks, and so there was like a year-long period where I really struggled. with it.
We still go through those cycles where it's like you're kind of on a roll, something's working, you're getting decent views, you kind of stick with it, and then it dies off, and then you're like, okay, back to the drawing board. You got to figure out, whether it be title, thumbnail, content, whatever.
Sure.
You have to revamp.
Well, I feel like right now we have kind of the clearest direction that we've ever had in YouTube.
Oh yeah,
because we know what videos we're going to make for our audience. We know who our audience is, which is something that I never knew until the last couple of years. You know? And so I think I'm really pleased with the direction that we're going now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and building something outside of the social media world, which can be extremely frustrating. If you're trying to get into social media, that needs to, and you want to do it for the long haul, think of ways to monetize it away from the platforms. But like that's, if you're gonna do this for a long time, you have to do that
for security purposes. Even like it's lucrative if you can stay on social media, get the views, and not have to worry about, if you're going to wake up the next morning, your channel is going to be demonetized.
Exactly. Yeah.
But there's always that unknown. Are you going to wake up tomorrow and Facebook is going to are you going to be hacked on Facebook? They're going to take away your monetization.
Yep.
It's just, it's a nightmare.
And mentally, trying to keep up with the dang algorithms drives you insane.
It's very frustrating.
Even if you're making money and doing okay, like it's
every day. There's something every day. Like even like this morning, I wake up and my bank that I use is crashing. It's like so.
Nice.
Well, that's a whole separate issue.
I know.
Going on right now.
I'm like, finally, I was like, had a really good week social media, made a good video this morning. I'm like, oh man, I'm feeling good. Good night's sleep last night, and I look, my bank's crashing. So now
there's always something. Yeah,
it's like, oh.
So what is going on with that? Like I haven't really.
Yeah,
kept up
I
with
saw
that.
your message last night about the bank.
So if you,
I've seen Jack Motley posting some stuff on social, because Bitcoin's evidently taken
Silicon
off.
Valley Bank completely went under.
But like just one bank.
So here's what happened. When they went under, it caused a mass panic, of course.
Well, always.
So and then now every other bank is taking a major hit. If you look at bank stocks right now, they're down 30, 40, 50, 60%.
That's insane.
And it's because a lot of it has to do with fear, but it's still, it is scary.
How do we go in these cycles? Like,
I don't know,
how do people not learn? Like, just don't pay attention to the crap.
Yeah.
Just live your life, man.
It is kind of scary when you've got money in multiple banks and you're like, oh gosh, my bank stock's down 45% this morning. Like, is my money going to be there tomorrow?
Yeah.
I mean, how's that work? I don't really know how that works, but we're protected up to a certain amount, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing.
From the government. Yeah. Good luck.
So there's something called the FDIC. Your money's supposed to be
up to 100,000.
Up to 250.
Oh, is it 250?
Your money's supposed to be FDIC insured. However, we haven't had to use FDIC in 25 years. And so because we haven't had to nobody's had to use it, do we really know if it's insured? How quickly are you going to get your money back?
I doubt it.
If
it's up to our government, I doubt it.
If you wake up in the morning and $250,000 is gone from your account, how quickly are you getting that back?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's rushing to give you that money.
No, not at all. They just got to turn on the printers. Print more money.
It's like, let me show you. I got this list right here.
Of the banks that are going down.
Is that the
look at these right here. Like First Republic is down 62% today. They were down 80%. It's like crazy.
Holy smokes! See now we're perpetuating bad news. Don't go pull all your money out because of this.
Yeah, it's down 53% today.
Chill out.
Yeah,
they're crashing.
81% over the past year.
I mean that's horrible. So. Yeah, it's just more good news.
Need to go buy some Bitcoin right now, right? Is that
now? Here is something that is interesting, though. Think of it like an opportunity, because I don't want to be negative about it, but
there's always opportunity.
There's a lot of fear right now in the banking market, and so there could be a lot of opportunity with bank stocks because they're all so low right now.
Yeah, they're going to go back up. Most likely. And so if you want to take that risk, there is opportunity to make money right now. Yeah. That's what you got to do, man. Risk it all.
Yeah.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Are you texting your stockbroker? Hey, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Load up. No.
No,
Buy it all.
I mean, I bought some bank stocks this morning.
Did you?
Yeah, just
Okay.
to
All right.
like, hey, I mean,
Why not?
they're not. There's anytime there's a lot of fear and you feel that fear, try to do something ballsy because nobody else is going to do that.
Right. Kind of like us.
Yeah.
We're starting a tackle store, and
With all this uncertainty.
I know we've had several comments that are like, you realize
What a great time.
have you taken a look at the economy?
Yeah, but when is a good time? You
Yeah,
know, that's
yeah,
so. There's
yeah,
always going to be
that's the
something
thing with
out
everything.
there.
Don't have a baby until it's the right time. Like,
It's like when is a good
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
You know, it's like sometimes you just have to.
I mean,
do
maybe
it.
you should have listened, but
And I've always looked at if you fail at something, hey, that's a great learning experience.
Absolutely.
So we'll come
I
back
would-
next time stronger.
yes, I have definitely learned that I would 100% rather fail than not try.
yeah,
Oh, for
absolutely.
sure.
Like,
for sure.
I can stomach failure more than like sitting back and being like, man, I wish I'd done
I
that.
wonder. Yeah.
I've lost a lot of money trying things, and so when I lose money trying something, I look at that as I'm paying for an education.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
know.
You
It's a
learn,
good way to look at it.
you learn so
Make
much.
you feel better about losing some money.
Yeah, hey,
But yeah, like we got a bad economy. We're hearing about the civil unrest right now in China, which, most of the products that we sell,
Yeah.
if you didn't know, newsflash, comes from China.
Just like everybody else in the world.
Yeah, well, it's just because like everybody has to go to China.
Yeah.
I sent y'all that message. Somebody commented on my YouTube. They're like, you should, because the bummy sticks are made in China,
yeah.
just like everything else. It comes from the same manufacturer as like everybody else in this room that we sell. And they're like, you need to get from U.S. And I said, well, we've tried. I'd love to have U.S. made products. I said, would you be willing to pay $800 opposed to $200?
Did he respond?
No.
Of course not.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was just a frustration
Because
thing.
that's what you're going to have to do.
It's 4 times.
Like, it's crazy.
I mean, we maybe wouldn't have to so our cost is 4 times more. I mean, the markup may not be $800, but my point is, it is literally 4 times the cost of what we pay
Right.
to have it made here than in China.
So what's the mentality behind that? What if the bummy stick's a good product? So is having it made in America going to make it a better product?
It was
No.
so the pricing that we got was for we gave them the SKUs.
yeah.
They pulled all the components and it was gonna. I'm not joking. It's literally the same rod, like 100%. Every component,
Gotcha.
it would be the
So
same.
nothing different.
Nothing different.
Just
it's
where it was made.
going to be made in Virginia instead of somewhere in China, and it's going to be 4 times more.
That's insane.
And I guarantee the people complaining about that are not willing to pay $800 for a bummy stick.
No, that's why you go to China, and that's why everybody in here knows that. Like every company knows, or Taiwan, or Japan, or whatever, wherever
yeah.
you go to get stuff made, because labor costs are just insane over here.
Well, let's take a spoon for example. You can buy an ES lure for $5, or if we made them in America.
Well,
what?
those are made.
Oh,
in
so they
America.
are?
Yeah, he makes them in his house. Yeah.
Okay, so
that's legit.
so then he's not like super mass producing.
No,
them? Okay,
gotcha.
gotcha.
He's like a Frisky Fins.
Well,
or
let's say
Salties,
that you
Gotcha.
wanted to mass produce those and have them in every Bass Pro Shops in America, and you'd
You'd have
have,
to go to
to
China.
go to China.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but then if he tried to mass produce those in America, I bet you those spoons would cost $20.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You know. So it's just that's the business.
and Americans aren't going to pay that.
Nope.
It's just not going to happen.
Nope.
But yeah, so there's a lot, economy sucks, supply chain, a lot of uncertainty there. But here we are.
Yeah. I'm hoping for the best.
That's right, man. Trudging along. It's up to you guys. Hopefully you guys, come alongside
Go
us
shopping.
on this journey.
Beachbumoutdoors.com.
That's right. Beachbumoutdoors.com. Or just come check out
Sponsored
the
by-
retail location.
And a lot of you already have, and we
Oh,
appreciate
yes.
that.
Yeah.
We have done outstanding.
Chris told me how many orders we've had since we opened. I was like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, we've had a ton of orders.
Mhm. It's been
A lot,
awesome.
A lot of orders. It is crazy.
That's good.
I'm surprised,
Yeah.
honestly, like because you don't know,
Right.
And it's ongoing. So what I'm seeing is, everybody. It's way easier to order online than it is to like get in your car and drive somewhere and pick something up. It's so if you have quality shipping, which I think we do,
Yeah.
we are very quick. Our turnaround's quick. People are gonna get used to that, and they're gonna go back to that. And
Sure.
I think that's one thing that we've done well so far.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And for now, we have a decent amount of stuff that like you can't really get anywhere. Like it's stuff that you pretty much can only get through us or maybe one or two other places. But
Yeah.
That's to your
Especially for
advantage, too.
online.
Yeah. It's not like you can go to
Some of the
Amazon.
different rigs and stuff. Yeah.
Get
You're not
some of
getting
the stuff.
Salty's rigs on Amazon.
Right. Which are killer.
Yeah.
Or
Which he
man.
has something we can kind of talk about, I guess. But I sent y'all a message. You replied. I don't think you responded, but he has found a source for some freeze-dried ghost shrimp.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that. What?
So he's
I would
ordered
buy them.
he's
Yeah,
ordered a
try 'em
bunch
out.
of packs. So obviously we're gonna try them out before he actually tries to sell them. But apparently you get 50 in a pack, and then you can just pull them out and put them in water to like rehydrate it to use it.
I wonder if you can farm raise ghost shrimp like you do shrimp.
I mean,
Regular
obviously,
shrimp.
because I assume these are probably farm raised. I doubt these people are going out and pumping
Pumping
all
'em.
these.
They might be. I mean, Tony Fagioni can pump some ghost shrimp like that.
Yeah.
He gets like 100 in like a minute.
Really? How does he do it?
He just knows where to go and has a pretty good
I
process.
still want to go out one day with a
air compressor.
compressor and blow a bunch of air in the hole and see
See
if
what-
they come up.
That would be funny.
We are almost to a
We should do
time
that for a
period where you're not
clickbait
going to
video.
need ghost shrimp though, because coming up here in a couple weeks,
Yeah.
it doesn't. You get a
You
bait
catch
in
'em
front
on
of a
anything.
pompano,
Well,
they're going to eat.
On that note, here recently, the last 2 times I've been out with ghost shrimp,
Yeah.
it's been sand fleas.
Sand fleas, yeah.
Sand fleas have been, but sand fleas are hard to get,
Yeah.
because they're not really like presenting themselves. You have to like blind rake 100 times to get them. But
Right.
that's what's been working, which is
Wow.
unusual. I haven't used a ton of sand fleas in my career because
Yeah.
like unless I can, because by the time you can see them and they're easy to rake up, which is the only time I typically rake them anyway, you don't need them. Like you're using shrimp and
Catch them
yeah,
or whatever,
like-
yeah.
I have caught more pompano on my channel on Publix peeled shrimp than anything.
Oh yeah, that's generally what you're gonna need. Just some shrimp. They'll hammer it. They love it.
Yep.
Y'all got anything else, boys?
Boy.
And
Where are we at with live bait at the store?
why are you asking me?
Well,
I thought
I'll
y'all-
tell you where we're at.
Need to ask Nikki when
so
we get
no,
off
there's
here.
a couple good things. We do have our tank picked out.
This is a big question. A lot of people ask about live bait.
So we do have our live bait tank, which that's going to be the easiest part.
But like, are we ordering it? Are we moving
The
forward with that?
hardest, well, we have to find a handful of secure suppliers, and we only have a couple. We have your guy, and then we can't get. What's the other one? We
Rise and Sons.
Yeah, we can't get. I don't know that. That's even. I don't know that their name anymore because they're not on the internet. I can't find them. So
Like they don't exist anymore.
If you
I
search
don't
it, you
know.
can't find it.
I don't know. So I think that we're going to need to do some heavy research to get like a secure shrimp supplier. And once we do that, and also Nikki has to have a conversation.
With somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're counting on that, that ain't gonna work.
No, but
that is not a good plan.
So we're working on it. I mean, it is what it is.
If you're listening and you happen to be a shrimper and you want to supply us
Yeah.
with shrimp, we need you.
In the area,
Hit us up, DM us on Facebook, Instagram.
We do have a supplier. I will say, like we have one
One.
supplier,
One.
but we need more than one.
Yeah.
So
We also need somebody for like maybe some bull minnows,
we're gonna do that.
feather crabs.
That we're gonna make videos around that.
but we can't keep.
Constantly.
We're not gonna be able to. We'd have to do it every day.
Well, we're not gonna constantly have bull minnows, but we can get.
We're
we
gonna
can-
quit being YouTubers and be
Yeah,
bull
I know.
minnows.
Do you know how
catchers.
easy it is to catch 1,000 bull minnows? Very easy.
No, I don't.
It's very easy.
Never tried.
We're gonna do that on a video.
I mean, yeah, that sounds great, but that'll supply us for like a day.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, and then we'll hire some kids to do it.
Do we get to sell them to the tackle store?
Yeah. Do we make any money?
So, I don't think so. No, I think we just give. We don't have any. We don't have the license.
Okay.
We needed to
So
keep
if you
all
don't
this
have a
Bonita.
license, you can give them away for free. And
So we're giving them away.
The store
No,
can sell 'em.
we work at the tackle store. So
and
we're
the tackle store has the license.
And the tackle store has.
So we should have been keeping these Bonita because can't you sell them for like a few bucks a piece?
Yeah. So
As bait?
I have been keeping
Like
them.
20
Oh, yeah?
bucks, I think.
Yeah.
Did you keep the ones today?
No, but I've got because I don't have any more room in my freezer.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I have been keeping Bonita.
Well, we have a big freezer right here, and I think it's plugged in.
We need more freezer than that.
Yeah.
But
we
yeah, we could throw 'em
so
in there.
keeping
We should-
keeping Bonita is
that's
a
what-
good idea.
that's what we need to make a video around with you tomorrow. We need to go catch Bonita and make it like we're catching it for the store for bait. You know, we're opening up.
Come on over to Pensacola. I know where they stay.
You gonna come fishing with me in the morning?
I'll come.
We
We're
can
catching.
or clickbaiters.
We could do a clickbaiters video stocking our store freezer full of bonita.
Let's do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
That would be a really cool video.
I'd be down with that. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd probably be better for a clickbaiters video than mine, anyways.
Yeah, because the world does not need another bonita video, and I'm posting one tomorrow, and I'm already.
So everybody,
nervous.
bring your biggest cooler. And
Yeah,
we're just gonna
that'd be a good clickbait.
see if we can
video.
catch 1,000.
It's like, how many days can we make bonita cool in a row?
but that, if we could hammer them and like load up some cool, that would actually be a really cool video.
Fill
and
up
like
my
just
truck bed with
come fill
bonita.
up. Yeah, I mean that's some money too.
Yeah, guys, we got bonita, $15 a piece.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Cash only.
I don't think it's that expensive, are they?
No, they're not.
It's like $3 or
They're
$4
probably
a
like
piece.
$4 a piece.
I think-
honestly.
I thought they were more than that.
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to go shop around. And see.
Yeah, there's a couple of stores around here that have it.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
fun. That sounds fun.
So
though.
here's another
that.
thing I thought that we could sell that would be fun, like a fun clickbaiters video to do, is go and catch buckets full of blue crabs and sell them for drum bait.
Yeah,
Because people are always looking for whole blue crabs for drum bait. And
Yeah.
we do live right by the best black drum place in the state of Alabama.
it's
Yeah.
true.
Absolutely. That'd be easy. We can just get our license, just go throw out some
And
crab traps.
There's, I mean, we could get sand fleas too.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, there's like Phil. I can't remember his name, but Phil's got a buddy that they would go out at night.
Yeah.
With
I
the-
think
with the-
night's like the time to
Yeah.
do
We
it.
can go to Fort Pickens and get thousands of sand fleas
Yeah.
on the bay side.
Oh, yeah.
And we could actually sell live sand fleas.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some live or blanch them or whatever. Or for like a lot of places just freeze them.
One thing, and I haven't spent a lot of time doing it, one thing I'm not very good at catching is fiddler crabs.
Oh well, that
Yeah,
would be like
I don't know that this is the area for that.
You know, you said something about a trick where you put like a bucket, some bait, let them fall in.
Me and Freddie tried that. We were gonna do a clickbaiters video.
No, I remember.
But we didn't really. I didn't look at
failed
the
miserably.
tide. And so Freddie spent like it was super hard ground. Freddie spent forever digging the hole. We got the bucket in, packed it around. We went and met up with Brant. We came back a few hours later, and the tide had risen, and the bucket was just laying on the ground.
Whoops.
But yeah, if you dig a hole, put a bucket in it, and then put like some squid or any kind of bait,
That is.
and then hopefully they go in to get the bait, they fall in, they can't get out.
Yeah, it's
pretty smart.
I've actually seen some YouTube videos around it where they so like if you see a fiddler crab hole, if you take like a stick and like go around the hole like this, they get scared that the hole's going to collapse and they come out of the hole and you grab them.
How do you do it?
So like if you got a fiddler crab hole, you take a,
Take a second.
or you take your foot and you step around the hole.
Okay,
like
that may be more
That may be
appropriate.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
more PG there.
Oh man.
Well, that was a great place to end it, eh? Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
Right
a good
there.
podcast.
That was a good podcast. We had to take a break.
Fancy of you to show up, Brant.
I know. Well,
Well, I do have an hour and a half drive, and I was fishing on the beach.
which Brant did you like better today, Brad? The quiet Brant,
The one that actually provided some
content.
for the channel. was
Yeah,
nice.
no, you weren't real talkative at the beginning.
Yeah, well,
Brant,
I thought you were gonna wait on me.
we did.
Yeah.
Well,
You were
Kinda.
here. Yeah,
You were like Matt last week, showing up an hour late.
yeah. Well, we were all late. You know, time
right.
change and everything. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Catch you on the next one. Yeah, boy. BeachBomOutdoors.com. That was good. .com.